All right, welcome back to LearnWire. I've got updates on the LTD Compass software that we have built. Many of you have purchased it already, and we've gotten feedback. It turns out that a feature that I added that is called the Vault, your LTD Vault, has ended up being the most interesting and popular part of the software. Now, this has a full-blown suite of, you can go and scan different deals. Go watch some of my other videos I've created about how to, scan deals and see if an AppSumo software is right for you. We basically take further analysis and research how much traffic the website's getting and just research it a lot more than just what you can get on an AppSumo product page. They've gone downhill with the way they display their pages, and it's really hard to get information from them. And that's what this deal trust score page is, right? So you would take a page, put it in here and say next. You would get all these scores right over here, and you can see more information about the software to make a better informed decision on if it's a right software for you. But this Vault section, which you're looking at right here, has actually been the most interesting part for you guys that you have given the most feedback on. I want to go over all the changes we've made. First of all, if you have watched some of my other videos, you notice we completely rehauled the color scheme of the app. Although I wanted to brand it under LearnWire colors, I thought it was really cool, the dark green and yellow buttons and all that. I just wanted it to feel like it was LearnWire and the branding colors, right? But it turns out that the feedback on that was that, it was very high contrasting colors, and just the color scheme and palette could be hard to look at for many people. So we made this, and it just makes sense that this is why most softwares are built kind of with these colors, off-whites, grays, whites in the background. It's easy on the eyes. Everything's clear on what you can see. We updated the color scheme, and it's easier on the eyes. Hopefully that will help some of you that, were not liking the colors. This will help out with that a lot. Okay. So we updated that. We have about 6 features to go through. The big one that we went through is this bulk upload feature, right? And so you're allowed to bulk upload, and I'm just going to walk you through how to do this real quick. It explains everything that you need right here as well. But essentially what you're going to do is you're going to go over to your AppSumo, account. You're going to go over to products, and then you're going to go and click on this download CSV button. So you can go and click your download CSV. Unfortunately, it's not going to have the pricing. So a couple different ways that we can handle this. It is a manual process. There's no way about it, right? Now, I will say that you can click view purchase history. If you click that, it's going to download another CSV for you. If you have 2 monitors, you would put one on each screen, and that other one right over here, view purchase history, that's going to have how much you paid for that software. So then you would just come in here, and all you're going to do is come over here, and I'm going to go ahead and just remove a bunch of these. I'll just go way down here, and you have different statuses and so forth as well. But I'm going to go and just go like this, and I'm going to delete. I'm just going to remove a bunch of lines. I had 200 lines there or something like that. Some of you might have in the thousands, but we have all these items right over here. You don't need to worry about the refund date or transfer date. The app takes care of the status. It's only going to bring in activated. So if there's any different statuses right over here, like redeemed or expired or what, any of that, there's a bunch of different statuses throughout the years that, AppSumo has. The app is only going to bring in anything that has an activated status. So if you have any in here that you actually use this or something like that, and you want to still manage it in the software, that's fine. You're just going to need to go through all your apps and make sure the status is activated. You could change them all to activated if you want to, but I really think that it's better just to keep it as practice. Keep the ones that you want right here, but just activated are going to come in, right? Now, all you have to do is come over here and say amount paid, and you're going to put the login URL. Those are the only 2 columns that you are going to add. You do not have to add these. So you do not have to add this right here. You could import all these, but the software, because I'm going to show you the stats and stuff like that, it really kind of takes a whole nother shape, gives you a lot more information when you have this. You won't be able to do the health checks if you don't have the login URL right here, okay? You won't be able to calculate your spend per category and how much you've total spend and all that on getting your analytics on your deals if you don't have the amount paid. I highly recommend you fill out these 2 columns here. I'll show you that in just a minute. But let's just say we have amount paid $55 for all these. Boom. Login URL, I'm just going to say https://learnwirepro.com. So we're going to go like that. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to save, right? So this is already a CSV. The way that it imports from AppSumo is that it is a CSV file. Now, I'm actually going to be testing this out in front of us because I don't really know some of these with like multiple codes and so forth like that. I don't believe that they do that anymore. The way that I wrote the software, it should only import one. It shouldn't import all three. So I would recommend just cleaning this up. If you know that there's three right here, just clean it up and put the total that you spent on it, put tier, whatever, and so forth. So like these ones that don't have tier, and it just says code based, you're going to want to probably go and update and fix those anyways, because this is an old way of doing this with AppSumo. But I'm going to go ahead and import it the way it is and see what ends up happening. So you always want to push save after you go and kind of add this stuff, right? Boom. We're going to go back into the app, and remember, you're going to go over to this new feature, bulk upload. This is a big feature that people were like, hey, I have hundreds of deals. That would be so cool if you could add a bulk import feature. And it explains everything right here. I'm also going to try to create a simple tutorial video and put that on this pop-out box as well. But we're going to go and upload that CSV file. This is the new one right here. So I'll click that. We'll push open. And then we have the CSV there. We're going to upload and process, and it's going to process those 10 plus items. It's going to tell us that new items added is 6. The duplicates are going to be right here, and then the not activated or skipped is 14, right? Total rows processed 20 and done. And now you're going to be able to come in here and see that it did import all those. Look at all the 55 ones. We can come over here to the pagination and show 50 per page. And you can see all the ones that were just imported right here, like sound draw, synthesis, video, vector right there, Pictory. So those are all the ones that were just added right here, okay? So now what we can do is that's the bulk upload. Now you've got all those items in here, but we already know we don't have categories assigned to see all this NA, and that's okay. We've instructed it to be able to upload these, and then at your leisure, you can go and update them. All you have to do at any time is click on the missing data section. It's going to show us that we have 10 tools that are missing data. And you're going to be able to come in here and like, let's say right here. So all those ones that are tagged was $55, those are the ones that we just uploaded. We know that, right? But let's just go in here to like late, for example. It's going to show that it was bulk imported on 9/29, right? So all these is going to show how it was uploaded, and these were all bulk uploaded. And it's going to show the URL. We can edit and update any of this. The purchase date is going to come from the CSV file, the amount paid. It even matches the tier 1. And even if the tier 1 says tier 1 license, it's taking off that license part and everything. It's just matching it and putting tier 1. So that's really cool. And then you can update notes here if you want. You can update any of this if you really want to, but it should be accurate. But the big thing is the category, right? Now, I was going to set this up where you could do this on the spreadsheet, but it still would take time because you're going to manually have to do that no matter what. Anyways, on the spreadsheet, I feel like it would just be better to do it this way. So you're going to come in here, and I know that late is social media, right? So we're going to come down here, and I'm going to go social media. It's a social media tool, and then we're going to save that. So now we have save. We're going to exit out of that. Late should no longer be a missing data. We click on missing data. And we come over here, and now late is now gone. Late is no longer missing any information because we just filled it out. Pictory, for example, if I go in and I click on Pictory, and it was a tier 3 purchase back in 2021, and the pricing is obviously not right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go edit. We're going to add the category. We know that this is video creation content. So you can put it in whatever category you want. I'm going to say video creation and editing, and then I'm going to push save. And now Pictory should no longer be part of the missing, right? Okay, so Pictory is missing the URL. So you have to have all of these informations filled out, not notes, but you have to have a login URL, a purchase date, an amount paid, a tier, and a category for it to fall out of the missing information. You want the login, right? So we would come in here and I would say, we would go to Pictory AI. So if you want to fully manage your, I'm going to click on the login right here. This is the big page that we want to check. We want to always be checking to make sure we're going to add the URL in here, and we're going to push save. Now we'll go back under missing. Pictory is gone. See, Pictory and late are now gone because we have all the information we need for the app to run smoothly. Now you're back on your default. You've got all your tools added, which is super cool. It's going to take a little bit of setup no matter what. It's really cool that we added this bulk feature, but you're going to need to update your categories. The goal would be when you click on missing data that you don't have any tools in there that are missing data, which is cool. Now, because you're going to be able to come in here and see, hey, video creation, what tools I have, and that's going to help you manage and track your LTDs year after year, month after month. When you need to create a video, you could go in here and as much time as you put into this to manage it, it's going to actually help managing it in the future because you'll be able to come in here and see, oh, I forgot I even had Pictory. I want to go and open this up. You'll be able to click on it and use the software you're actually paying for. That's a big problem with LTD buying, where you've bought hundreds of tools and forgot some of these tools like Pictory has become a house name brand, right? In the AI video creation space. And if you were able to get in on their lifetime deal, you kind of struck gold at the time, right? Because it's actually a really good software and it's been around for years now. So it will help you manage and track and use your tools in the right way. And if there's one that you're using and you want to track specifically, you can add Koya, for example. We can come over here and we can click it as a favorite and add it to our favorites. It's going to go up here automatically, or you can deselect favorites as well. So that is a really big feature. That was probably the most asked for feature, was can we add a bulk upload? And yes, you can. We've got instructions on exactly how, and just watch this video. I went over the exact way to use the software. Now, we have some other updates for you. So I went over the missing data feature. If you're missing categories or a URL, you're going to click over here and work on these, get those all nice and tidy so you don't have any missing data information. We have our nice categories. So you can click on categories at any moment once you have a bunch of tools in here, and you can actually find them based on categories. Again, like if you're like, I want to focus on email marketing this month in my business, you can go click on email marketing and see what tools you have for email marketing, which is super cool. Now, remember, you can always come over here to view stats. Once you have all the pricing in there, you'll be able to see how much money you've actually spent all time, how many tools you've purchased all time, how many tools you have purchased in the last 3 days, or the last 30 days, amount spent in the last 30 days, tools purchased in the last 6 months, amount spent in the last 6 months, tools purchased in the last 12 months, the amount spent in the last 12 months in your business, year-to-date purchased, and year-to-date spent, the average tools that you're purchasing per month, and the average spent per month, the most purchased category and the most spent category as well. So you get all those stats at the click of a button. We have added a search bar. So let's say we want to find certain software. You just start typing in this box and you can find your software quickly. We have added the ability to go to the all-time features. We did have 30 days, 90 days last year. So all the tools that you put in last year, it'll tell you when it was purchased and so forth. You can come in here and go to custom range and select the date. Now let me show you how we're managing the health check now. We were doing this with a cron job and so forth, but I think that it's going to be better for users to have full manual control over this for now. You'd come in here and let's say we select dates. You can use the custom date feature right over here if you wanted to, or you could select categories, however you want to get to the information that you're looking for. But I'm going to go over here and maybe we'll just go over the last year. We have these tools right over here that I purchased last year. You'll be able to see the last check. Some of these we've just added. They've never been checked before. Some were checked 43 minutes ago and so forth. So you'll be able to see all these. You can go in here and select them. Now select them all at a time, and then just push the health check, or you can come over here and you can select just the ones that are not checked yet, right? So maybe I just want to go over the ones that are not checked. And then you're going to come over here and you're going to click on the health check button right there. And it's going to explain everything that's going on, but essentially we're going to select 5 items that we want to check and make sure the site is running or not. Read the instructions right there, but then you're going to go and click the health check started. So checking 5 selected items. And you'll have a status going right here, and you're going to want to just wait just a second for it. If there's a URL, it's not going to be able to find, if you don't have the URL uploaded for it, it's probably just going to come back as active right there. Okay, so yeah, LearnWire Pro. So actually we did add a URL. So it's going to go out and check and make sure that those sites are active. And all these ones are just test, right? That one's humanized, but all those ones that we just added in, we're just using my website for now, right? Because I'm just using this for testing. So you're going to be able to go and also check the statuses to make sure that the login page becomes effective, and a nice feature when tools are like a year old or so. I just got an email today. Let me go pull it up real quick. I'm just going to bring this in right over here. So Balloonery is sunsetting on October 31st. When did this actually launch? It's got to be only a year, 2 years max. And they are ending their software. They didn't make it, right? They sign off as Team Balloonery. They don't even sign their name. They don't really say sorry. They just say that they're deeply grateful for your trust, creativity, and campaigns you've built with Balloonery. But they don't give any information why they're closing their doors. You can pause the video and read this. They don't give any information on why they're closing their doors, what happened, anything about that. They just don't give any information at all. And this is a perfect example. I'm making this video on September 29th, and I just got this today, 2 hours ago. So I just got this email 2 hours ago. This is, in fact, example of a software, a lifetime deal software that launched on AppSumo that is going under, and they are no longer continuing their startup. So what'll end up happening on October 31st, they're completely done. The software goes under. But if you have a login and you have that in my app, LTD Compass, you'll be able to go and check this every month or however you want to. And you'll be able to see softwares that end up being question generated, and it'll end up in red. It's not going to really do anything for you other than it'll show you how many softwares you've purchased and which ones don't work anymore. And you can go and look into them and so forth, especially if it's a software that you actually utilized in the last few months, then it shows up in red. It might alert you to look at it and see what's going on and so forth. So it does give you information. It does give you updated information on your lifetime deals. It helps you better find the lifetime deals that are inside of each category. It shows you how much money you're spending on these lifetime deals. It shows you if the lifetime deal is still active and so forth. We've added that bulk feature. That was really cool as well. Let me know what you guys think below. The cool part about this is that I'm building the software myself. When you guys ask for things, for the most part, I can probably do it. And I don't have to wait weeks or months and pay thousands of dollars to a developer to actually make it happen. And that's what's super cool about building your own apps. Thank you guys. Just wanted to give you the updates. The link to this will be below to check out LTD Compass. It is a lifetime deal. Purchase one time. It's housed in my Base 44 account on a pro plan with, and so the app isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon. And so you guys can come and pick this up and start managing your lifetime deals using this software. The Vault section I created was just supposed to be a side thought. It's turning out that this is probably the MVP of the app, that most people are more interested in how we can manage our apps inside of the Vault. Thanks for joining me. Let me know what you think about all these updates. Let me know if you are thinking about purchasing this or any other things you would like to see added to the tool. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.